Yes, a very good morning to all. Nice to see the big number of students. Many of you have joined today. The purpose of arranging this session, two, three things. Number one, we wanted to interact with you, uh, to give you an opportunity to discuss with us whatever doubts you have regarding the subject matter, as well as already two GTs you have gone through. So related to that arrangement, the paper, presentation in the paper and all that stuff, other than the subject, other related matters in writing the paper. So first was this interaction aspect. Second, from our side, we want to suggest you certain things. So ma'am will make out those suggestions. And finally, we would like to wish you a good health and best wishes for your exams. So for that purpose, we have arranged this short session. Quickly, first 5-10 minutes for you people from your side. Whatever doubts, problems, observations that you want to share with us related with our biology subject specifically and in general regarding the exam setup, you can go for it. We give you this 5-10 minutes to you, and remaining time we will use from our side. So yes, students, you are welcome to put your questions in chat box. If you need any guidance that which way certain things have to be done, so that you can ask for. If you are finding the problems related with diagrams or not being able to complete the paper or finding certain chapters difficult, so any such issue you are facing, you can share with us and we will try to give suitable reply to that. So I leave it to you. You may start. Even subject related things you can ask. Hello, are you all there? Okay, Pustisha has read a question. I think I could not read completely, but it was something like, in genetics, do we need to study all topics or the entire chapter? So answer would be, all depends upon the time available and the strength of a student. We always recommend the whole chapter is better to prepare the whole chapter. If you are capable of and if you have enough time wise, so there is enough time because you have nothing to do except studies nowadays. So almost 1.5 months is left, and over the 1 year already you have studied the things. So I guess time should not be a constraint. However, if somebody feels that he or she is not capable of remembering everything, then there is no fun in overloading yourself. In such scenarios, certain topics you should prepare well. These topics particularly include those last Down syndrome and other such diseases mainly. That is the thing, and those genetic disorders, the thalassemia and sickle cell anemia and all that disorder part. Normally questions do come from disorder parts over there. Other parts are important, but not as much as the disorders. So cut the chapter into two. The second half, starting from the disorders, right from that X-linked disorder onwards till the last So hardly 4 or 5 pages. That is the most important part of the chapter. Everybody must prepare it. Rest part you should prepare as per your capacity. Okay, Pushti, thank you for your question. Next. चैप्टर्स में वन टाइम हुआ है हमारा 5 चैप्टर्स बाकी है इस एग्जाम one by one is not able to complete the paper on time. How can we do it? I could see the 2 questions. Please do not write any other one. One by one, I'll try to answer them. What happened? Okay, first question. हर्षिल देसाई, हमारा 11 चैप्टर्स वन टाइम हुआ है, हमारा 5 चैप्टर्स बाकी है, इस एग्जाम में ओनली 11 चैप्टर्स रिवाइज करूँ या 5 चैप्टर्स बाकी? Harshil has asked question. Harshil, if you in a long run, if you want to cross 80 marks in a board exam, then whichever chapters that are left on your part, the 5 chapters out of 16, that's what you are saying. You should prepare them. If you want to get less than 80, if 80 plus is not your target, 70, 75 is the target, then whatever 11 chapters you have done, strengthen them. Okay. See, if you want a good score, higher score, then you have to make sure entire syllabus is covered. Or else you want a moderate score, but confirmed that score, that 70, 60 must be there. So whatever you have prepared, you should consolidate that only. Next, somebody had written another thing. Diksha, I am not able to complete the paper on time. How can we do that? Diksha, if you can unmute yourself for 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आपका पेपर 1 और पेपर 2 दोनों में लेफ्ट हो गया?
Yes, sir. The long part, the 4 marks questions.
I mean, even the first half 1 to 4 and 13 to 16, and the second half in between remaining chapters. So in both of them, you could not complete the paper? ऐसा मैं पूछ रहा हूँ.
No, sir, not like that. But it's difficult to complete the paper on time. Like if we give that offline, we need more like 10 to 15 minutes. But we will give in online, we can get the time for that sending. We can take that time. But how can we do that on
See,
offline?
okay, fine. See, first of all should focus upon the final objective. All these in between intermediate objectives will lead to final objective, that is the board exam result. In board exam, there is going to be the offline exam. So the 15 minutes which you are talking about, that you will always get in the board exam. Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So in board exam, you will always get those extra 15 minutes because it's going to be the offline. So your problem is regarding online exam in which you get less time, but in offline you think you can manage. So do not worry, in a board exam, it's going to be the offline where you will be able to manage. Another thing for all of you, it is advisable because you all are vaccinated. So I'm not forcing, but it is desirable to appear in a offline tests. Worst come worst, if somebody is not well at home and you have to be online. See, first and foremost thing is you should or you must appear in every test. You should not skip any test. It is mandatory, it is compulsory. In which sense? For your betterment. In this world, nobody is been benefited by skipping the test. The only thing that can happen with you after giving the test is you may be benefited, nothing else. So one, you all should appear in each and every test, each and every subject, each and every paper. Number two, most desirable to appear in offline tests. And number three, in worst scenario, if you have to worst, when I use the worst, I mean worst. So in a worst scenario, if you have to appear in online test, make sure you write down the entire paper in front of your any one of the parent whosoever is available. This is, honesty is required in this setup. We cannot be there at each person's home. So your parent signature that this 3 hours the child was before me and had not used any other resource, no mobile was there with him or her, no books were lying near to him or her. With this signature, if they are sending, that will be as good as the offline paper. So if you practice the offline papers like this, the way I have suggested, or online, the way I have mentioned in presence of your parent, and if you do it for all the remaining 1.5 year, half a month, all the tests in which if you appear, believe me, no paper will be lengthy in board exams. Because itna sara writing practice hone ke baad, after so much of writing practice, nobody will face the difficulty in completion of paper. There you will get more time than what you deserve in writing. Believe me, trust me. Okay, Diksha? So multiple solutions I have given. Point number one, appear in all tests. Point number two, desirably appear in offline test. Point number three, in worst scenario, if you have to appear in online, please write it down in presence of your parent. And this, if you continue to do till the last test, then in the board exam, nobody who has gone through this vigorous setup, this exercise, nobody will suffer due to the shortage of time in completion of the paper. This is my assurance to all of you. Trust me. Thank you. Next, thanks for question. Next, Ashil, thanks for your question. Anyone else? Dhruti, you have asked question what to do in chapter number 11. Now, I did not understand your question. So if you can elaborate your question, what to do means in which sense you are asking? You can unmute yourself and speak about it.
Yes,
So I
sir.
can.
Sir, actually, I'm facing problems in chapter 11. So, which topics I have to prepare for it, especially the cloning vector part and the third point, the cloning side. I can't mug up the third point of that part, the cloning side
Fine.
part.
I got your question. Number one, what to prepare. This chapter doesn't have some specific part which is important and other part which is not important. So if again for same manner, the whole chapter is important, you have to do. If your capacity doesn't permit certain portion, you can skip. You have to, then you have to. There is no other choice. Okay. But my suggestion is that if you go through the lecture of ours and sit with the notes, every topic that you want to study and the lecture, you have to go through that parallelly. If you can spend 1 or 2 3 hours for the chapter, maximum 3 4 hours, it won't take more than that. And then if you can talk to me or Kushali ma'am, the individual small little doubts we can explain in a Zoom meet or in a uh, WhatsApp call. So it is possible to understand that chapter. That chapter is not a big difficulty over there. It is manageable. So if you apply your brain, if you understand the things are manageable in that chapter. So my suggestion, do not skip that chapter. All topics are important. What you have to do is you should go through our video and then see our notes. Believe me, our videos and our notes, when you run parallel to that, you will understand the topic, and then if you have any doubt, you can definitely call us, any one of us, or both of us will be there in the meet to help you in that topic. Okay. Fine. Thank you for your question. Who is next, sir? About paper presentation, Devarsh and Noor, it is good enough to solve sample paper. First of all, Devarsh, your and Noor Sayed after you. Devarsh, unmute yourself, ask your problem.
Yes, sir.
बोले बड़ा.
Sir, I have doubt about paper presentation. How to present the answers and all.
Have you appeared in offline or online test? Devarsh, have you appeared in offline or online? Yes, dear, bolo.
No, sir.
Huh? Kushali ma'am, Bindia ma'am, any idea about how Devarsh has appeared in which test, and both, and if both online or offline, and in which way he has presented?
I think sir, first GT offline and second online.
Acha, and first GT માં એનું performance કેવું છે?
Sir, average.
Yes, average.
So Devarsh, are you there? I don't know
Yes,
if you
sir.
are hearing or not, but my suggestion, first content comes and then comes presentation. The report that I have got from that, one can make out that your content is not ready. Forget about presentation. Presentation plays a role, but that is a minor role. Major role is played by the content in scoring. If you write the content of 4 marks, and if your content is good and if your presentation is not good, maximum cutting is of half. You can get 3.5 out of 4. But no matter how good your presentation is, if your content is not there, you can get 1 or 0 even. So in your case, though, I would suggest better you focus on content preparation than presentation aspect, because 50 marks MCQs, where is the presentation required? In short questions and in 2 marks, where is the presentation required? Presentation is a problem of somebody who is crossing 90 marks. So I'm not saying that you cannot cross, you can cross, but at present it seems your preparation is not that good. So better you focus upon that presentation part. Okay, beta? This
Yes,
preparation part, my mistake. Huh? Noor, your
Okay,
problem?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, you are
Sir,
audible.
all the
Clear.
sample papers that are available online, is it like okay to solve them?
Any kind of extra practice that you all do as far as state board syllabus is concerned, and whether extra papers you are solving, extra MCQs you are solving, it is always welcome. Provided that your basic preparation is done, you have appeared in all GTs, all papers, all subjects, and then if you get extra time, it is always welcome. Okay? Any extra effort is always welcome, provided that your main effort is properly appeared in. So then it is always welcome step. Okay? Manav Patel, how much self-written in one answer is okay? And Astha Gokhale, do we have to prepare chapter 7, figure 7.9 and 7? Astha and then Manav.
Yes, sir.
Astha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आपका क्वेश्चन बोलिए.
Sir, in chapter 7, there are big sketch and flow charts of
हाँ, so 7.10 I think you have written.
7.9 and figure 7.10.
If you can please let me know what is the heading of that, what is shown in that figure. I don't have the textbook at present.
A sketch of evolution of plant forms through geological periods.
And second is for reptiles.
Yes.
No, you don't have to prepare these two charts.
Okay, sir.
See, when your entire preparation is done, and then if you get this chance, time extra, then only you see them. Till date, they have not asked a single question from that. So I would suggest that worst come worst, we may lose 1 mark maximum. But instead of that, if you prepare the remaining chapter, you will score 3-4 marks extra over there. So I recommend that for board exam, at least you can skip. For GUJ, CAT and NEET, you may have to prepare. So that time you will always get afterwards. Okay,
sir.
Asta?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your question. Next was Manav. Manav, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Bully.
For a question, is it okay that if we write in our own words? Because like sometimes there is a question which we know, but we cannot write it in exact textbook language. So how much is it acceptable if we write it in our own words?
In board exams, they expect you to follow the textbook lining. If not precisely the textbook lines, by and large, it should go, the flow should go with the textbook content. Grammatically, you can put your words, okay? Grammatically, you can alter the things. But how can the content can vary? For example, if I say that non-transformants and transformants, so if I say that non-transformants will survive in penicillin and or they will not survive in penicillin as well as in ampicillin and all that stuff. So that line will remain as it is, whether I write as per my knowledge or as per the textbook lines. To scientific biological content must not change. As far as it is not changed, the grammatical part you can always alter. It is up to you to write down.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So most desirable is to follow the textbook lines, but somebody who cannot manage that has no choice but to go for his or her own way of writing. But that is about the grammatical part. How can the definition be altered of non-transformant or transformant recombinant or non-recombinant, etc. या जो भी है content wise I am talking about. So that part must not change. अगर you know Homo sapiens का brain का size अगर कुछ भी दिया है 13 cc दिया है 1300 cc अगर if it is presented, so in whichever way you write down 13 cc was the volume of the brain capacity or it was a brain capacity of Homo sapiens. या ऐसे लिखो Homo sapiens brain capacity was 1300 cc. उसमें से एक आपकी लाइन है और एक टेक्स्ट बुक की लाइन है. Meaning is not altered. What was more important? Homo sapiens 1300 cc brain capacity. फिर आप उसको जैसे लिखो उसको उससे एग्जामिनर को कोई इश्यू नहीं है. बट आप अगर उस 1300 cc का 1400 cc करोगे, then there is a problem. I hope I have conveyed what I have to, and you have understood it well.
So like, if it is asked spermatogenesis about spermatogenesis, but we write whole process in like proper way, but if in our own words, like all the steps, like.
So you better not alter the sequence of the steps at times. For example, first spermatogonium is there, for example, and last is the spermatid. So spermatid should not come ahead of the spermatogonium, or secondary spermatocyte should not come before primary spermatocyte. So as long as that sequence you maintain, that chronological order in which the structures are developing, then no problem. You put it in points wise, you put it in continuity, you put it in paragraph manner, the way you want to go for it. But the content, the sequence, the order as per the biological order, spermatogonia and then primary spermatocyte and secondary spermatocyte and spermatid and spermatozoa, वो sequence अगर change होती है description में तो problem. Otherwise, no problem. You can change the things. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Dhruvi Patel. बोलिए ध्रुवी. What problem you are facing?
चैप्टर 6 है ना, वो बहुत लेंदी पड़ रहा है लर्न करने के लिए, तो कुछ सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक्स ऐसा कुछ.
How much score you want in your result in a board exam? Biology में कितना score करना है? कुछ planning है आपका? 100, 90, 80, 70, 60 आपका क्या expectation है कि आपसे इतना score होना चाहिए?
75 to 80.
Then you skip that chapter and prepare all other chapters very well. That chapter's weightage is 6 to 7 marks.
Okay.
It's a very lengthy chapter. It's the most important chapter. And there is no part of the chapter from where questions are not asked. Right from topic 1 to topic last, the questions have been asked in board exam, in good CT and NEET. So in that chapter, I can never sort out like what is important and what is not important. So either you prepare it or you do not prepare it. These are the only two options.
Okay.
And second, you have enough time, so much of time left. If you devote it for studies, so definitely you can prepare it. And our lectures are always available, recorded one. So if not clear, again, you can go through. And then also you feel that it is beyond your capacity, then you should leave it. Do not worry about it. If you give away 7 marks and if you prepare for 93, very well, so out of 93, you can always get those 70 which you are looking for. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you for your question. Yeah. Anyone else? Anybody left? I don't know if I could not read the question, but I think all have been addressed. Fine. After 5-10 days, one more such meeting we will keep after your complete GT, full GT that is there on Monday. So maybe after first 100 marks round, we will have it. One more such meet. Again, you may come up with your doubts and questions like this. Maybe subject related doubts also, they will be welcome. Now I hand over to ma'am. She has made certain observations regarding, your performance in the tests. So she wants to share her 2-3 points in next 5 minutes, and then we will wind up the meet. Madam, you can take over.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone. Whenever you write paper, one thing that wherever the definitions hai, then laws given in chapter number 5, Mendel's law, please write in textbook language, right? Definition and that's the laws. Remember, write in textbook language. Don't write in your own language. Next thing, write the content please in a point wise. Whenever you write in paragraph, so make the important points underline. And some of the students need to improve your handwritings. पैराग्राफ में लिखते हो हैंडराइटिंग्स ओके मेन जो पॉइंट्स है आंसर के दैट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू फाइंड आउट एट दैट टाइम राइट नेक्स्ट always leave one line space between two questions and please make diagram with pencil. Some of you are using the color pen, right? Don't use color pen, board mein allowed nahi hai. And one thing, while you are making diagram in exam, please make labelings too. Without labelings, your diagram will not be accepted. So if you want marks from diagram, please at least do 4 labelings. 4 labelings in diagram, right? Next, always write question in section wise, right? First sections ko pehle complete kar do, then second and third, and write sections, new section on new page. Okay. And one last thing, that first read the question carefully. majority students are there, they have made this mistake that question क्या है और answer आप क्या लिखते हो, both are totally different, right? So please read the question, understand the question, and then write the answer.
I give you one example of the
Right.
same. If it is written, describe the spermatogenesis. That is the one question. And another one, draw the flowchart of spermatogenesis. Are they same questions? Will you require exactly same reply for both of them, or will there be a difference in the reply? Tell me. Isn't it? So just do not jump on the one word spermatogenesis. Also see that what is written regarding the question, what they are asking, that is more important. Okay, for that topic. Madam, anything else to say?
No, sir.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much to all of you for your cooperation, for your presence. From our side, our biology team and DCS team, all the best for your all coming exams, your board exam, your practical exam, and your competitive exams like Good CET, NEET, and any other exam that you appear in. So wish you all the best, and we wish good health to all of you, and hope to see you in one more such 1 hour long meet after your 100 marks exam gets over. Hope to see the similar response from your side. Our best wishes from entire bio team. Take care. Thank you for your cooperation. Goodbye.